Okay, good evening everybody, and welcome to another Team3R group ride. Tonight we're on the Borrego Springs course. We've got 5 luxurious laps to look forward to, and it's a chance to catch up on our drafting technique. So I'm having a few computer glitches, but hopefully I can sort them. I don't know why, but I am unable to let's find out what's going on here. Why are we getting okay, let's try that and see what happens. Does anybody know how to get RGT out of full screen mode? Because it's full screen. It's really getting a bit annoying now. I'm having so many issues with it, with RGT. Let's transition over and see if we can't get it onto that monitor. Okay, is that working? Does that work? No. Okay. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to have to close down and start again, because this is getting ridiculous now. Okay, I'm getting a little bit fed up of this. I never had these problems with the old software, and now I've updated and I just cannot get things working at all. Fed up, really fed up. Are we live? I have no idea. Okay, I think we are live, but I've no. Yeah, it looks like I'm live. At least I'm able to ride anyway. Sorry about the glitches, folks. I will get it sorted, but I'm just having an absolute nightmare with both RGT and my recording software. We'll get to be okay. Let's see whether I've got any power tonight. Yep, looks like I have. So welcome to the ride, everybody. Let's hope that goes without an issue. Doesn't matter. I started with my PCs trying to sort these problems out more than an hour ago, and I just can't get RGT out of full screen mode on my computer. Something as basic as that. Tried Control F, Command F. Okay, anyway, here we go. Let's just enjoy the ride. Here we go, folks. There we go. So waiting for folks to join me. There's Paul. Just behind me I can see. zoom out a bit. See if we can get other riders on the road. Where is everybody? Where's Kate? There we go. There we go. I can see them behind. Let's zoom in a bit. There's Kate. And we got Rob as well. Good. Okay, let's see if we can form a nice group. Put some fans on. Okay, time to put it in big ring, I think. Yep, here we go. Maybe up the block a bit. Okay, settling. Oh. Is it just me or is this? Oh, I don't know what's happening here. What kilos and I'm being dropped? Okay then folks, I ride on my own. Okay, there's Kate. Now Luke's pace is far too fast for me. Yeah, me too, Kate. Getting a stitch already, if I'm honest. Yeah, too fast, Mr. Younger. Stick with my team here. Took me a while, but I finally found a comfortable gear. Shouldn't need to change now. And that's your man out front, pushing 5 kilos. And that's the group behind him. Moore looks to be the only human in that group. And you got Rob and Luke's group. They're a good way in front of us. Vinny. You're Vinny, Rob and Luke in that group. And Brunelli. And a couple of bots in the middle. And then us. Saving huge watts just by sitting in and drafting here. You can see I'm down to 1.8. So drafting is pretty important, folks. You want to save energy. Learning how to draft well. Okay, just pinched my wheel there. The only thing I wish RGT would implement is like maybe the odd flagpole or something to designate which way the wind's blowing. Then you could sort of work out which side to get on. But that's a minor thing. The drafting's a million times better than Swift's. Yeah, rolling tumbleweeds, Paul, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Just some kind of indication. Whoops, don't get too busy talking, do it? You lose a wheel and you'll be gone. You're not closing. No, I can't. Oh, they go, they go. Sorry, folks, but thank you, guys and girls. That just shows how you've got to keep concentration. You can't afford to relax, otherwise you're out the back. And if you do get spit out the back, unless you've got a kind group like this one tonight, you're gone. Because unless they slow down, you're not going to catch them. 4 or 5 riders will very, very quickly open up a huge gap. And I'm just not strong enough at the moment to push 3.5, 4 watts to close the gap for long enough. I can do it for a short burst, but if they're pulling away, I can't close the gap. I'm not strong enough. Not yet. My training starts actually this week, so training to try and get back on track, try and get a decent level of fitness. I'm riding tomorrow night in James Ogilvy's drafting clinic. Kate's going along. I think a few others might be. Are you going to go, Paul? It's going to be a good night, I think. And James is a wealth of knowledge. Yes, I'm feeling much better, Kate. I just need to get stronger now. I lost a lot of fitness. Not just over this last flu, but just over the last few months. Me being ill, the girls being ill, not being able to ride as much as I wanted to. Just... Yes, it is, Paul. I'll give you a link later on. I'll post a notice about it, and I will be covering it as well. No, it shouldn't take too long, Kate, but, you know, take into account my age. Not like I'm a spring chicken. So you do have to be careful. Yeah, James is a good lad. Huge wealth of knowledge. And, you know, the OTR boys, a good set of lads. And lasses. Alright, had to add that last bit. And if that list that you put up, Kate, is anything to go by, there's going to be quite a few ladies turning up tomorrow, which is good. Anybody else finding this hard tonight? Hey, the way you climbed that climb the other night, Paul, has very, very impressed me. When I got about 800 metres on you, I thought that was the last we'd see of you. And instead, you beat me by more than a kilometre. That was a pretty impressive ride, sir. Because I was trying. I love climbing. Especially when I'm back on form. Yeah, you did, Paul. You did really well not to get discouraged. But I've got Rob to thank, because Rob was the one that kept me going. I'd have dropped my pace well before I did if Rob hadn't have come along. He's such a good pacer. I don't know where we are on Thursday. Thursday's ride. Can't remember. We might be on Cap 4 Mentor, which is always a good one. Or are we on Dirty Reaver for 2 laps? Yeah, we might be on Dirty Reaver, 2 laps. But that's Thursday. Let's get this one over with first. Yeah, I know I keep going on about him, but Robbie's one of the nicest blokes on RGT. The way he helps folks. Oh, I mean, this is a decent lick tonight, folks. We're not hanging about. Mr. Young are pulling us all along. That's what it's all about, Paul. There's some fantastic folks on RGT. It's becoming a really good community. Let's have a look and see what's happening at the front. Ah, Smithy's taken over. Oh, she's late join. No, I think this is a late join. There we go. There's group one. I think that's Luke's group. Yes, it is. Luke and Rob have just passed her. See if we can page up and get them. Yeah, there we go. Luke and Rob's group and a load of bots. And there we are. A good way behind. They're at least 1.5 kilometres in front of us. I've got to be really careful when I'm not watching the road and I'm switching camera views and I don't forget to cycle. Because otherwise, same thing will happen again. I'll get dropped off the back. And you guys and girls will ride away from me again. So I'm mindful this time. Trying not to let that happen. Thanks, Paul. I've got to earn it though, haven't I? No good if I don't put up in the effort. No good crying if you're not willing to work. This is the fast pace Mr. Young has sent in. Well, he's obviously much stronger than we are, Paul, because he's not even trying to let us take turns. I'll tell you a funny story. Way back, sometime around 2005, 2006, I rode the real Paris-Roubaix Sporty, the one that's the longest. I think it's about 247 kilometres, something like that, over all the Paris-Roubaix cobbles. And initially I was trying to jump from group to group, which I was doing successfully. But then I pulled up behind this huge fecking German. I mean, the guy was huge. Built like a proverbial brick shithouse. And I got behind him, and I sat behind him, and I sat behind him. And then I thought, right, it's time to do my turn. So I put in a huge effort, got round the front of him, rode about 300 metres, and he came past me like I was stood still. Then slowed down for me, pointed for me to get on his wheel. So I got back on his wheel. We rode about another 5 kilometres, and I thought, right, come on, I'll try and give the guy another break. Because there was only me and him. We were overtaking other groups like there was no tomorrow. So anyway, I goes round him again, and I'm working really hard, but I'm able to maintain the pace. And he comes past me, shaking his head. And I'm thinking, what a monster, what's wrong with you? And so, sorry, I'll concentrate on my riding. So I ride behind him again. And I'm trying that all day, trying to go around him, trying to take a turn. And he won't let me. But he won't ride away from me. He rides just hard enough to make me work at a pace that's manageable, but only just. Anyway, to finish a long story short, I finished with the gold standard, which, having just come off the back of 2 years of chemo and radiation therapy, was effing amazing. So I got the gold standard, fast time, all down to this huge German. So I have a big respect for German riders, in particular. Especially this boy. And I still have the wallet. You get a wallet for completing the real life sportive complete. At least you did back then. I don't know if you still do. And it's my prized possession. Still have it. Still got the picture of the stone on the front, the Paris-Roubaix stone. It clearly says Paris-Roubaix on it, and I'm very proud of that. Come on, concentrate on your riding. Come on, Kate. Yeah, it does sound a bit like Rob, doesn't it? Because Rob sometimes won't let you take a turn. You okay, Paul? Oh, I've got lots more, Kate. Yeah, not when I'm working so hard though. I'm really struggling tonight to stay with you guys. Milk and cookies. Yeah. My little girl made me a strawberry tart for tea with cream. I can still feel it. Oh. Steak and eggs. Yeah, that's good. Good riding food, Kate. We had pancakes for the kids tonight, and I had a fricadelle as well, which is a local delicacy here. A bit like a sausage roll, but with a curry sauce. Beautiful. And then pancakes with ham and cheese. Yum, yum. But they're heavy on my stomach now. You okay, Kate? We can slow if you want. Okay, I'm gonna. Ah, she's back. Must have been taking a comfort break. Welcome, Emily. Nice to see you joining us. Okay, I'll drop back with you, Kate. Well, it looks like Mr. Younger has eased up the pace, maybe to help you guys get back. I don't know. So I'll stay with him if he keeps this nice pace. I think it's Brian Younger, but I'm not sure, so forgive me. But thank you, Brian, if it is Brian. How are you doing, Paul? Are you okay? Bonehead. I don't believe that for a moment, mate, the way you're riding. You look like you're not even breathing heavy, which I suspect you're not. Okay, Paul's dropping back. I'm going to drop back to Mr. Bonehead. Although I am slowing down significantly, so I think that will do the job, actually. Keep an eye on Paul behind me. Let's check how far back they are, actually. There's Paul. And then we got Kate a further 320 metres behind. Oh, and Emily's a long way behind. There's Emily. So you've got a fair old wait for Emily to catch you, Kate. So I'm going to stay with this small group here then, unless they take off at a much higher pace, which it doesn't look like they're going to do. Mr. Hendricks looked super strong earlier, but he's decided to relax a bit. But if you need any help, Kate, just shout. But to be honest, I don't think you're going to come back together. Or if I did drop back, I don't think we'd all come back together. And I am dropping off a little, so I'll let the guys in front go. And I'm going to wait for Paul. I'm going to ride with Paul. One lap to go. So me and Paul will have a sprint for the finish. How's that, Paul? Does that sound good? Let's see what your sprinting's like. I know what your climbing's like. And I'm only 63 kilos wet through. So you shouldn't have any problems beating me in the sprint as well. Ah, this is nice. There you are. Can we see me in front of you, I wonder? Let's see if we can switch the camera around a bit. Not yet. But you are closing on me. And Emily's closing up on Kate. There's Kate just going in under the banner. And there's Emily and Garvalho. Come on, Emily. One more lap to go, love. There you go. There's the banner. Okay. Let's work his way forward and see where. There's Kate. There's Paul. And he's almost upon me now. So I should be able to see me with a bit of luck. Yeah, there we go. I sprint like a climb. Yeah, me too. I don't sprint, I just gas. Okay, so here we are. Let's join forces. This is a nice pace, Paul. No, this is not a recovery ride for Rob, Kate. I agree with you. but he didn't do the 10 last night. In fact, the times in the 10 last night were pretty slow, so he didn't miss much. Pretty slow comparatively, I mean. I'm not dissing anybody. I mean, compared to Rob's times. So he wouldn't have really had that much competition last night had he taken part. Okay, Luke. Take care, mate. Good ride. Yeah, another man that's going well at the moment. Yes, thanks, Rob. Catch you later. Okay, we're back to Lap Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Pleasure, Rob. I really enjoy these rides. Yeah, maybe, Paul, maybe. Too long in the tooth for that, old son. Ooh. Oh, this finishing section seems to go on forever. Let's finish my water. Tailwind. I wish. Put my fan behind me. I've got 3. 2 in the front and 1 in the back. And I'm still overheating. Mind you, it's warm up here tonight. Two kilometres. Emily and Kate have hooked up. That's good. They won't have to finish alone. Okay, Paul. I'll ease back a bit then. I'm just pushing the pace in case you did want to sprint. Try and tire you a bit. Nice side by side. Take a look at Kate and Emily. Oh, where are they? There's us. There they are. There's the girls. Okay, last kilometre. Nice and steady. Yes, in the past I have won the odd sprint, Paul, but only by being absolutely ruthless. by sitting on my competitors' wheels all the way to the finish, not doing any turns on the front, and then taking them in the sprint because I know they were stronger than me. Which sounds unfair, but when a rider's capable of putting out much more watts than you are, I think it's common sense. You can't compete with them if you're going to go through and off all the way to the finish, and then their power is going to get the better of you. So what I generally do is stay until about 160 meters to go fast on the wheel, then take up the sprint. And it's usually enough if they've worked hard pulling the ride along. Shouldn't be telling people my tactics, but yeah. Okay, great ride, folks. That's me and Paul done. Let's go down and see how. I'm not sure if the software will let me go to you, Kate, so we'll wait for you to come in at the finish. The software won't let me page down and actually watch you riding. It does when it's a race. It's strange. When it's a race, I can do that. But when it's a group ride, once I've come over the line, I can't tab back down the field. Yes, great fun, Paul. Thank you. Good riding. Like I say, if you're not doing anything, we've got the clinic tomorrow night. That's at the same time, 8 o'clock CET. As I say, the OTR boys are running that. James Ogilvie. Me, Kate, and quite a few other members are going along to it. I think Emily's going. So that's one of the bots coming in now. And then shortly behind, here comes Kate. Yep, Kate and Emily crossing the line now. Well done, ladies. Yay. Okay, so see you tomorrow night, Kate, and everybody else. And then don't forget, we've got the same again on Thursday. Not sure what course we're on, but same time on Thursday. So I'm busy all week this week. But as I say, I'm back in training. So we'll call it a night at that, folks. Thanks for coming. And let's end the stream. Oh, just one last thing before we do go. Put the messages up on screen if they'll come. Don't forget to like. Okay, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And our sponsors is Torm Cycling Jerseys. So there you go. Okay, good night, folks. See you.